You're going to neglect the fact that at some point people will have to take a rest. You have to take a breath. You have to be at peace. You have to be with the family. I'm not trying to be, unfortunately, where I come from, the sentence of being a black person are great givers and takers. Standing in solidarity and in commonalities, in quests and questions, and in buses. So bussing it, boost the air, all bright, holding it upright, whatever it is that they believe. On that day, they might change. In 10 years, 5 years. Give peace a chance and give the man some rest. And give a domestication, domestic relations, power and reign and priority and importance over the things that somebody else may not understand or like about you. And there go, you inform them in certain times of relativities. So now I have to enforce my understanding of whatever tense it is that I am in. In those, as I form relations, those international relations, I have to lay it over. Now it's a longitudinal margins, magnitudinal margins, meridians. What other? Diagonal. What other? Radius. Circumstantial parameters. That's why great leaders use those. But when they use the parameters, they're really reusing. They're using a nice framework. So let's make a nice little border, a nice framework. And you always want to follow, teach the children to follow the lines to make a border. How can I make a border on a nice, clear piece of paper? So a piece of paper is an A4, A3, whatever type of paper. It might be a graphical one, but you might not want to use that one. It might be a canvas. Let me make a nice border, a frame. Make a nice frame. But it was such a great thing when black people started framing things. Oh, was it wonderful making frames? Oh, decorating the frames, the border, and the lines. And most of the time, of course, is going to be rectangular, which means is going to rule. It's a ruler. So you buy a ruler. It's a nice little thing. Everybody has to buy a ruler. In your little crayons and pens, pencils, 2B pencils, lead pencils, ink pens, big pens. How many did you get? And they all have to have your name on them because white people couldn't steal them. And then of course the black, you inspire the black people to order their things correctly, because some of them are poor. So they might be using a candle at home, might not have no lights. So they might not have any pens. So you make sure they see and encourage them to participate in the little things and ownership in their own little things. And that's children, of course. We're talking about elementary stuff. Those are my pencils. Those are my crayons. Oh, can I borrow? Can you lend me? Oh, lenders and borrowers. Oh dear, did they enforce that? Hey, you got it wrong. Lenders and borrowers. You said it wrong. I'm like, I was probably still saying it wrong because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. Of course, my mother was a chairperson in stock holding. So no lenders and borrowers. It's more of a give and take. So you participate in uplifting and building the stock house. And every time or share time or every season or every week, these people benefit. Now this is in an honest way. So now they start fucking it up, of course. Somebody's gonna be like, well, God, I want to get the money next week and get it from whoever's family, because they already have this and that, and they said some shit to me. So the money's gonna come to me on the first week and the second week, when the money's only with the stock, everybody participating in the stock, building up the stocks, whatever community we're in. It's like it's like a spinning. It's like a spin. So it circulates through everybody else. It's like the Eiffel Tower. It's like it gives you power. You know that in 3 weeks I'm going to get some dividends or reciprocals from me participating in uplifting another person, but also myself, and there I'm lifted up, and we all together, this and that. So that's what it means. The stock market is the Eiffel Tower. In my depravities, I uplift another, I give another power, but I know that I'm going to be lifted up as well next week. So next week is going to be my turn, and we all be like, oh, we get all that money. The next week. Now you have somebody who's read whatever. So and that's the market. That's ownership in the markets. It's not the markets because you all in informal economies and trades and whatever, you go and you make your consumer purchases and your rights and so another way of then focusing is in one way or the other that benefits us all. And let's just all continue to stand. Somebody might come over there and just spend so much money. They might spend all their money. And then like next week they might have no money. And they might start asking you for money. You're like, man, well, you should have saved some of that money or whatever. And then now you're spending little by little, this and that. So now there's a tax. Now you have the tax. And when you spend on this, so that you also know, all of us, this is how much comes out, and then also comes back to fuel in the process of being thankful and sizing up, like what is it, the sectors, knowing the different sectors. I'm not, of course, I am everything, because I'm not going to say I'm anything. I mean, just a black person. Now I have one of the greatest professors coming from the centers of the mountains in Amazon. And of course, he's my uncle. Then my father was so mad. Of course, the white people. Of course, coming from the Jerusalem Park. Designers with the dinosaurs, they were so mad. I had so many multicultural people. They were so mad that he came to my graduation and that he took me out to dinner and this and that. Of course, my other Jamaican professor in international Westphalian, international rules, Westphalian. Does anybody know what that is? What does it mean? The spelling, the spells, expelled, Westphalian is international rule. The expelled, the spelling. So those that have been expelled, exiled, and extinguished, exit. How do we deal with those people? Because now they're going to say, well, I'm Mexican, I'm Indian, I'm Chinese, I'm this and that, whatever. This and that. And they go to the what, and what, talking to the who, and talking to the, and talking some shit on a fucking mom. We already heard all of it. We already know. So the law that overrides somebody negating their responsibility to do what? To be royal. Because we're all royal. We're all royal. You all have royalties. You might not want your royalties. And you might be mad at your family, like myself. Yeah, for everything that they've put you through. You know, you might have, like a white person, white people get mad very easily. And black people, they get mad and they have to get over certain things that people do to them. And then that's why everybody's like this and stubborn and so hard, and you can't even see if they are with you or seizing the day or not, or thinking about what. And then they go like, well, you're in a car, and are you going to emphasize the physics in it? Like, are you really paying attention? You know, black people, they go through so much fucking shit. They go through so much fucking shit. So terrible, it's worse. And they brought back Chinese people. They even put them in camps, concentrations. They indented Indians into servitude. And they did so many things. And yet still, black people are still go through so much shit. And they're trying, and then you take physical anthropology, like the race, and of course they weigh everything, like the heads, the Neanderthals and Homo sapiens, like what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on here? Is this legal? Is this sustainable? The Chinese have already been in these blazers. They already have. They only have. They just doing it. Just because they recognize the fact that you are still racist even towards them, and that you would much rather fuck a black bitch in terms of fucking and then a Chinese, a Mexican, and this and that, out of racism and out of impurity. And that the women won't allow that. The black woman wouldn't. I'm calling out, I was asking them, why would you vote for Miss Hillary Clinton to be the president? Well, no. And the white women too. Yeah, but they voted for the nigger. Excuse my language. They voted for him. And so in these other places where they have to learn cultivation, and cultivation is a necessity in their reservation and experience in the environments of themselves and their belongings and their place. So to say, will hence this and a weather outcome, I guess. But still I stand. Might be a whatever. And to be able to wipe off all the bad and to surrender to certain circumstances and to plight and to please each other and to have purpose and this and that and to whack through the puzzles. If you ever whack through $1,000 puzzle in my white family, it's like, hey, you reckon through $1,000 puzzle? I think I'm black. I've been doing this shit forever. On a nut, on an oak table with motherfucking little dollies and little china teacups and shit and foyers and auditoriums and passages. And of course, Scottish was really good to. And it's like there's not an amazement for black people, and it shouldn't be an amazement for white people of black people living. However, it's not. And then now they're going to popularize this and that. And then, of course, you think about languages. Some of them, and then you nationalize English. Some of them is just started fucking speaking English. My family hardly speaks it. In school, they're like, what's your mother? What is your mother? My mother didn't even, mother's fucking Greek. And mother. And black, and whatever else. And my other one, and we're talking about half and half.